here with some of my artist friends, and we're going to be discussing a brand new foam product.
Studio BIOFOAM.
We're going to be putting this stuff through the ringer, see what we can do with it, and show you what you can do with it as well.
Hold that.
See how well it does.
Got it?
Yeah, there you go.
Curious. Oh, it's not chipping away. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm curious. Look at that. Boom. Hey, that's neat.
You can stand it with your finger.
Yeah, your fingers are a
It
sanding
smooths it
block.
over.
Look at that. Look at that.
Holy
When you're
cow.
done, you can just finish clean an edge in about 2 seconds.
It's got really tight cell structure, which... Oh, wow. That is really strong.
Oh, wow.
Or you couldn't have done that with the other stuff would not have held up to that much tension. It had just snapped.
How small thing is that? I like that.
Yeah, normally when you break it, when you create friction
Yeah.
heat, you get that off-gassing, that sort of
I hate that.
gnarly smell, but
That doesn't have any smell like it.
oh my gosh,
Just saying.
nothing. I'm just amazed at the structure and the fact that no smell. That again, I mean, I hadn't even thought about that. How nasty, noxious it is. This stuff is completely inert. And you know what else? Is the other stuff feels glassy.
Yeah.
This
is,
honestly is like a really super fine sand that you can just wipe away.
heat will make it hold a curve. Go closer.
Holy cow.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Wow.
Holy cow.
That's neat.
It holds
Oh
its
my
shape.
gosh.
So we have to think, foam and a foaming glue. This should create a pretty good bond. I hope.
That's a good idea. Let these guys sit up. It's been set up for a couple hours at this point.
And what's the glue?
That's
the spray.
adhesive.
Okay, but it's been hours.
Give it a twist. Maybe even see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See, that's what.
And here's
15 minutes?
two-part epoxy, which is a. Let me actually tell you. It is a. What's the strength on this? I think it's a 2,500 pound
Well, I can't
strength.
pull it apart, but I'm going to try twisting it.
Yeah. See how much it takes to break it. You got gorilla arms anyway, so. You actually broke the foam before it broke
Yeah,
the
it didn't
bond.
break the bond.
Lastly but not least, the polyurethane glue, where you guys can see it foamed up.
Oh,
on
it's
the
foamed
outside
in,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, we can pick that off, but
That's going to be a
you see.
monster.
Oh, good lord! Give it a shot. I'm busting up the foam before it's actually breaking.
You broke the foam?
The top layer of the first
Yeah, it
piece
took away
actually came away
it
with
stayed
it.
on it.
It's so great because it doesn't matter which way you move. Like, it doesn't. It's really detailed.
And I'm pushing through this. I'm not cutting it. I'm pushing, and it's not breaking the button, right?
Yeah.
It didn't.
Oh my god, Kevin.
Oh my gosh! Whoa!
The little pieces
Look at it.
don't
Seriously?
break away. Yeah, isn't that neat?
Oh, that's awesome.
See, you would expect those to break away.
Those
with
would
it when
totally
you
break
pass
off
through.
with anything else.
But they didn't. Look, that's cool.
Let me see if I
That's
can
crazy.
get a similar effect here with this tool. It's like a little
Sean.
waffle cut.
Yep.
Check that out.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Watch.
Fast.
What? See how fast I went
And
through
the thing
it?
is,
And it's so smooth.
That's what I'm saying. The speed isn't going to change or alter the art you're trying to create.
Yeah.
This is a time saver, and thereby it's going to be a money saver as well.
What we've created here is a lathe that allows us to turn larger pieces of foam. Standard lathe has like a 4-inch throat. This we can turn a piece 12-inch diameter, probably even a little bit larger. We're going to turn this piece now, see what we get. Turns just like a regular wood lathe. You're going to rough it in. Nice thing about this foam is how fast you could do it, let alone the fact it's not nearly as loud as it would be if it were wood. Now, as I'm lathing this, one of the nice properties is that the dust and all the pieces fall to the ground. If you notice as I'm working this, it really isn't suspended in the air. You don't see it floating around in the air, and I'm not having to breathe it. And I appreciate that. And now we've got a nice cylinder to work with. But one of the things we really love about this material, this foam, is that we can lay our drawing right on the foam, and just using the back of your fingernail, light pressure, I can actually transfer my drawing right to the piece. And it makes it very, very easy to begin the process of sculpting. So then I can take a tool like even a detail tool, and I can begin to rough in my lines, following it with the tool, and the pieces stay together very nicely. It doesn't chatter, it doesn't chip out. The cell structure of this foam really makes detail work like that easy to do. We've just begun all of the roughing of everything out. This will be some of our deepest points. So as you can see, works great to remove a lot of material quickly. The other lovely thing about this is when it gets to a point where you're kind of liking what you've got, you can actually use your fingers and begin getting a smooth surface if you're trying to get a feel for what the shape is becoming.
Painting the BIOFOAM, it's really easy. You can do anything from faux finishes to anything with texture, from sculpting. It's just amazingly easy to paint. I'm going to demonstrate doing a wood grain technique without any texture first. And I took a piece of the BIOFOAM and I based it out in the base color. And then I'm just going to take some of a darker color for the grain and mix it in with a little bit of water. And this will it'll create a really, really, really good look without much work at all. So then I'm going to just paint it on. And I'm going to use a wood graining tool to create the look. And you can just get really subtle details that you would find in natural wood. What I'm doing right now is filling in all the cracks and crevices, because on any tree, the darkest parts are the cracks. And so I'm going to take the darkest color and base it out in that color. And then once that is done, I'll come back with a lighter couple colors and just dry brush a little bit of wood grain on here onto the texture that's already on the foam. And not only will putting a base coat on it give it the base coat of the color and get in all the crevices, but it will also seal the BIOFOAM, which will create a nice work surface to paint on. And right now I am just using a small brush and following all the lines of the tiki. We based it out in a dark brown, and then I just took a regular sponge and I put a little bit of a lighter raw sienna kind of color, and I went over very lightly all of the textured foam and just brought the highlights out, and then some of it wasn't textured, and so we decided we wanted to go ahead and show you that you can paint the wood grain on the foam and it just completely blends in. In the front, this part right here, that's just painted, but at the top it's an actual texture that we used in carving. It completely blends in. This foam is such a great surface to work on, the BIOFOAM. And then how smooth the eyes are, very easy to highlight and shadow, and just create a great piece of artwork.